In the NBA world, some revelations have the power to reshape how history is perceived. A recent comment by insider Brandon "Scoop B" Robinson on the Basketball Society podcast brought one of those revelations to light, and it directly involves the name of Michael Jordan, the greatest icon in Chicago Bulls history, in a decision that could have completely transformed the franchise. Robinson claimed that Lebron James, one of the biggest stars in basketball, never truly considered playing in Chicago precisely because of Jordan's presence, as if Michael's shadow had closed that door. If you want to stay on top of every chapter of this story that never happened, you already know. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single detail. According to Robinson, the reason was simple and devastating. LeBron was chasing Michael's legacy, and putting on a Bulls jersey, six-time champions under Jordan, would only amplify the comparisons and intensify the symbolic rivalry between the two. The insider emphasized that Jordan likely did not want to help someone who still represented a potential threat to his symbolic throne. Once you're no longer seen as a threat, it can be different. But until then, you don't want to give your competitor an advantage, Robinson said, referring to the possibility of Jordan opening doors for LeBron externally. This revelation resonates on several levels. First, symbolically, for years, LeBron has been framed as the player carrying MJ's battle chest, the one trying to prove Jordan's legacy can be surpassed. But according to this story, Jordan himself may have preferred to keep the rivalry alive indirectly. Then, there's the concrete impact. LeBron remained free to explore other destinations, and this line never crossed with Chicago ultimately paved the way for what came next. His controversial decision to join Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami, forming the big three that dominated the NBA. The comparison between the two giants of the game has always been inevitable. Jordan never had to choose a franchise whose history would still be written by another candidate for the GOAT title. LeBron, meanwhile, had the freedom to choose his paths, Cavaliers, Miami, Lakers, on a journey that, according to his former super agent David Falk, was carefully planned around maximizing his chances to win. Falk even said that if MJ had enjoyed the same freedom, he could have won as many as 15 championships. Returning to the dramatic dimension, imagine LeBron wearing a Bulls uniform. The comparisons would have been overwhelming, the headlines relentless, and the impact on his destiny, and perhaps on Jordan's legacy as well, would have been completely different. Instead, the indirect veto-shaped careers reinforced Jordan's influence in controlling the narrative and preserved the Bulls legend intact. This type of revelation goes far beyond a simple "what if?" It sheds light on the silent decisions in sports that shape careers and impose subtle boundaries. The story of how LeBron and Michael never ended up wearing the same uniform is also the story of how one man's legacy can profoundly influence the other's path, even off the court. If you enjoyed this breakdown of what could have been one of the NBA's most explosive partnerships and want to stay tuned for more behind-the-scenes revelations, make sure to hit like and subscribe to the channel right now so you don't miss a single update.